An artist who had already had success with 2 other bands and as a solo artist released his most successful solo album on this day. In 1970, the singer released albums with one of his other bands and as a solo artist. In the fall of 1970, he released his 3rd solo album, divorced his wife, and purchased a ranch in California where he would live for the next 4 decades. While renovating his new home, he injured his back, limiting his mobility and ability to perform electric guitar. He was in and out of hospitals for 2 years. He could only stand up about 4 hours a day and recorded most of this album in a brace. He embarked on a solo acoustic tour in January and February of 1971, where he debuted many of the album's songs. A performance on The Johnny Cash Show led to collaborations with record producer Elliot Mazer and Nashville studio musicians. In Nashville, he recruited a group of country session musicians, whom he would dub the Stray Gators, to record his new songs. And on February 1st, 1972, Neil Young released Harvest. The combination of country rock and some of Young's most mature songs to date definitely resonated with the public. The album was a massive hit, producing 2 top 40 hits: Old Man, inspired by the caretaker of his new ranch, and Young's only U.S. #1, Heart of Gold, which features background vocals by Linda Ronstadt and James Taylor, who sang their parts while sitting next to each other on the control room couch. Reviews weren't very positive for Harvest at the time, but more recent evaluations of the album have been much nicer. Critics may not have been on board, but fans definitely were. It topped the Billboard 200 album chart for 2 weeks and was the best-selling album of 1972 here in the U.S. Harvest has since remained Neil Young's signature album, as well as his bestseller. In 2015, it was inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame. But Young's newfound status as a pop star was short-lived. As he wrote in the liner notes to his 1977 compilation Decade, the success of Heart of Gold put me in the middle of the road. Traveling there soon became a bore, so I headed for the ditch. A rougher ride, but I saw more interesting people there.
Keep me searching for a heart.